Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
On first down, it's Alexander. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
play action. It's Wilson. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Alexander. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Well, here's a throw off the scramble, and that's complete out left. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That's another Saints first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. 7 yards there and a first down.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for the Saints. First down.
They run with LT. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson, he's got it complete to Gronkowski. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Quick completion here to Johnson. Touchdown! Calvin Johnson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A first carry now for Reggie Bush.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for ring.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets a made.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints have taken the lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Saints 7. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Again, Wilson. Again, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. Calvin Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Returning it, Hill. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. That's going to be caught by Pitts. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Saints on just 2 plays have taken the lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. On first down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line. Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out and short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball. Kamara's got the first down and then some. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. The return man is Hill. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes to the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down, Saints.
On first down, Bush. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. Is it normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that? Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This is taken around the 12. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Alexander. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action now. Wilson. Throwing left side. He's got Gronk complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Demario Davis there on the stop. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Alexander. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 36. That one goes for 13 yards and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
On 1st down, Alexander. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pick. 2nd and 6.
Play action. Now Wilson. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. Take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Russell Wilson, 28 yards. And the Saints have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Wilson going to throw for it. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lance Allworth, 66 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Saints 29, Saints 20. Mitch Wishnowsky set to...
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Wilson. Flushed out right. And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Man open left side is Brown. And some room to maneuver. And down inside the 10 at the 9. Those wide receiver screens like that, isn't that what they said they wanted to implement more in the game plan this week?
They certainly did, because they felt like they had an advantage with their receivers out in open space. They thought they could make the first guy miss like a punt returner and then pick up nice blocking downfield.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll move them back within 6 now. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one. And there he goes! Reggie Bush, 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans! Reggie Bush, 66 yards. And the Saints use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is caught. It's Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Alexander. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got